I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Right, here we go. Team, we got a, as you can see on the screen, Fugi Speedway under wet conditions. We are going to go over the build and put it together same time. Let's go ahead and kill the music. All right. I think I got it. Pause that. And bring up the sound. Okay. We're all set. So let's go and get the race weekend started. I think we're going to go to event settings. We did not have a good time racing as the AI last race. They were really bad. Last time in the rain, at least. So let's turn this up a couple of points here. We're officially advanced. Okay. So we got a 2-hour practice session to get this right, but I don't think we're going to need nearly that much time. First thing up we're going to do is we're going to load up the profile from the dry that I made. So let's go to car setup, custom setup. We had our number 3 version 1 here. Let's load this up. Then we're going to change these to wets. What the heck? Okay. I would go higher on the wing, but we're already maxed out, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go up 1 on the angle, 2 on the cut, and 2 on the onboard. Virtual energy. Okay. Let's go to the powertrain. I do not think we need virtual energy. We're gonna close our covers. I'm gonna take this down to 88. Preload. Increase both cambers 2 points. Bring down our brake bias to 97. We're gonna open up the front brake, or close the brake duct by 20 millimeter. Don't think we have anything else here. That is the suspension. Up 2 on the ride height, right? Yeah. 1, 2 on the front and back. I think we're gonna do -2, -1. Can't do 1 there. On the dampers. Make sure that that's all good. Dampers. So on our slow dampers, I think we're looking at -1 and -2. I like to have my rebound higher than my bump, so I never bottom out and I don't have to worry about packers. Let's go to chassis and aero. We're going to increase toe. I don't think we're going to mess with the ABR. But I think that this rear toe, but I think that this is going to be how I initiate every wet setup. So really working on the dry setup, I make those changes in those amounts and I take it for a spin. And I think we could be just fine. So let's save this. We'll change this to 1. V1 wet. All right. Get into the car. There we go. Well, we'll see how this feels. I just learned last stream we did a couple hours ago. I just learned this course. Got the car set up on it.
Unlocking from pause mode.
I felt like that was good. Won the race that we had on the skill of the app. Get some heat in these tires. And on my brakes. Now, if you watched the last video, you'll notice that when we were coming up on the final sector, we were going up into third gear a lot. And we'll not be doing that on the wet circuit. Might take that one up in number 1 as well. I'm probably going to do these 3 rather than from bouncing from 3rd down to 2nd. I'll probably take, I might be able to take this one in 2nd. Probably looking to go down to 1st on those S turns. But we got our launch straight here. We're gonna look for the 150 meter sign, and we're going to get on the brakes here. A little bit more important on a wet circuit that we think we're gonna want to, rather than trail brake and turn in 2nd, I think we're going to go all the way down to 1st. And then turn in. Probably take this one in 1st as well. So again, here we are in the chicane. Then we're going to go into S's, so I'm only going to go up to second on this one. And then back down to first. Dry course, we go up to third, we're back down to second. But on this one, we're going to only go up to second and drop it back down to first. And then we take this up to third. I think we might drop that up to first on our runs. Get a couple of laps, see how it feels.
Lap 2:03.25.
Alright, we are definitely lapping faster. AI at 91. All the way down to first before we start our turn in. Accelerate out of it. We're going to look to get up to fifth. Brake at the 100. On the second. Accelerate out. I might just hold this in third on a wet circuit. We shall see. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get any more grip to take it up into fourth. Now down to first. Push out of it. Get this up to fifth. And then at the Goodyear overpass here, we're going to have a short braking zone. He's cutting in it in front. I'm going to stay behind. Oh, he's way off. Alright, we're going to keep it in first. Accelerate out of this corner up to second. Back down to first. Cut in. We'll ride that curve, get it up to second. Nice and cautious. Super slick here. Yeah, and I think we're going to end up popping this down to first. We'll really get traction coming out of that turn. We got a big long straight. I'd rather be the general rule of thumb on you got a long straight after a turn. Slow down before the turn and get a good exit. But if you don't have a long straight, you can brake later into a turn.
1.14.
4.5 seconds up. 150 mile, 150 meter marker. ABS is kicking in on that one, went a little deep. Cost me 3 tenths, 2 tenths. 100 meters, take it down to second. A little wide on that as well. We're going to find our good entry point on that turn. Can't get it up to fourth, got to keep the traction. We're looking for that 50 meter sign on my right and take it down to first. Push out, got to get up to fifth before the Goodyear sign. Oh! Ran out of road there. We're slipping a little bit. Hey guys, really struggling with this corner. Back down to first. Super cautious here. Back down to first. And push it up. Super slick.
Lap 2:03.12.
I will start evaluating the car now. 150, brake. All the way down to first before we turn her in. Looking for the 100-meter marker. I think we're going to be able to get this up to fifth. I'm still missing that turn in there. Going a little wide. $50-meter marker on the right. Put it up into first. Got to push out of it. Yeah, that AIS is not doing well. Oh. I guess you could call the AI realistic, because that looked a lot like some of the PvP races that I've been in. Alright, take this up. And I'm pretty happy with the way the car is handling. I think my brakes are cold though.
Lap 2:04.04.
So let's go ahead and bring it into the pits.
Locking all devices in pause mode.
We're going to close this a little bit more. Try and keep those brakes warmed up. So that's 2 additional. Having problems keeping the brakes warm. Let's see if that fixes it. Alright, let's start driving.
Unlocking from pause mode.
Oh yeah, big guy? Hey, were you having my gloves? I just like racing with them. That's why I bought them. One behind me. Let these guys go. Yeah, go ahead, Sarah. Jesus. Okay. couple laps and see if these brakes can stay warm this time. $150. A little wide. Alright, brakes are in the green. Meter mark, drop it down, 1, 2, and double shift there. Now I'd like to take this chicane here, go a little wide on that. And really focus on this exit. What's this guy doing? Still not 100% happy with these brakes compared to my tires. They're just not able to get on the throttle. Finally hit that braking zone how I wanted to. A little deep into that one though. We're doing just fine with that. I don't like coming into this guy. So again, we're a little wide. Whoa. Hit me in the back. I think there's an invisible car in front of me. There it is. Jumping in those risky higher gears, less traction.
Lap 158.47.
Paid off. I don't think I do that very often. There is such a... Such a risk. It's so wet like this. So let's take a look at these brakes. Part of the issue is because of not only is it cooler, I'm not getting as fast because it's slick, but I'm not applying my brake as hard. So it's telling me I'm spinning. You see, holding that in second. No sooner did I say it was risky than did I spin out. But these brakes are still not the temperature I want them. So let's go back to the garage. Practice going in the pit here. This has got like a sneaky right turn. Let's go to car setup.
Locking all devices in pause mode.
Back to the brake. Get this out of the way. Maybe we could try and close them. And just see how that does. My concern is, you know, if it's a light rain, or if it rains for part of the match, or race, but not the whole race. You know, how's that? How's that look? You know, are your brakes now going to be locking up the whole time? Possibility.
Unlocking from pause mode.
No traction. think coming out of that first chicane and into, or coming out of the chicane and into that first
Lap
pass,
158.31.
depending on how I enter that, I don't think it's going to be the most consistent. Will determine if I stay in second gear or I drop it down to first. And that may be something that is constantly changing throughout the race. I don't think I want to race this AI if I'm 5 seconds faster than the next fastest guy, though.
Lap 158.05.
And look how inconsistent they are, too. I think I could keep that turn right there in second. As for these other one, this one right here, I think I gotta drop back up to first. And I think I need to take that one back down to first too. But my exit was so much better on that one. Again, 3 tenths of a second. I'm not inside alone.
That time was a 158.38.
Frustrating. Yeah, sometimes in VR when you're playing on the headset, when you have rain, it's like the puddles look like mirrors. I'm not sure if you have a better headset than me, but there's a lot I like about the Quest. But I think if some of those, you know, more, you know, elite or top tier headsets did, I would be happy with. But I think the next class is probably gonna be what I go with. I really like its pass-through. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's never a certain thing, but typically when models upgrade, the compatibility with the programs that you do use are usually pretty good. And you know, like on the Pimax, the slam tracking, you know, there's especially on a motion rig, there's nothing really more frustrating than being, you know, your headset kind of taking you out of the immersion because it can't keep its tracking. And I think that that's something that Quest owners it's really easy to look at that next guy. Stop. Okay, well, that was a penalty. I couldn't stop. Alright, let's just return to the garage. That's how it be sometimes.
Locking all devices in pause mode.
Alright. Let's move to the next session. I think I did have a save on that setup, right? Yeah. Do we even want to race this AI? I mean, you'd think 91 would be pretty decent. Let's see how qualifying goes. I know when they're on a dry track, 91's really good. Loads cars set up. Load. Close. Start driving. Oh.
Unlocking from pause mode.
Let's get one in. See if the AI figure out their lives. Way too deep on that one. We'll get on the brake a little bit earlier. I didn't like the way that fell at all.
Lap 2:00.23.
5.5 seconds fast. My wheel turned so much there. I didn't want to get on the gas with my wheels turn that hard. Lost a lot of time in that last turn.
Time 1:59.52.
6.3 up. Yeah. I think
Locking all
that
devices in pause mode.
playing against these guys is not going to be fun. We're going to have to up the ante. We'll just go straight into a race weekend. Go here. Event settings. Advanced options. Difficulty. 95? Professional, huh? I'm not a pro, but I think I can beat their pro drivers in the rain. All right. Let's undo the race. Let's start the race weekend. So let's go to the car setup, custom setup. We shall go with our wet, the one we had just made. And close. We do have wet tires on. It's always important.
Formation lap has started.
So it's not raining. I'm pretty sure I put rain. So if it's not, yeah, they're all on medium. Let's restart. I swear I selected rain. Race weekend. Here. Event settings. Nope. All right. Advanced options. Weather. For the race. Rain. Okay. Let's do this. Custom setup, load, close, and start driving.
Formation lap has started.
It'll be good to see additional.
Unlocking from pause mode.
Those closed brake ducts are gonna do in a light rain.
Green flag, green flag.
He slowed down right there a lot. So, racing against this skill level, I think the big thing is don't make mistakes. Easier said than done, right?
Time was a 2:12.32.
Now we're at the 150. Taking that turn so slow. Well, winning by lap 2. Professional LMU drivers. And really, it's me and that guy, and there's a 10-second gap.
Lap 2:00.99.
Okay.
Lap 1:59.73.
Just about as good of a lap as I can run.
Lap 1:59.46.
Exit on that last turn could have been better, but lead on this entry. somehow gain time.
Lap 158.86.
My teammate's off. I'm off.
Time 159.41.
3 laps left. Am I lapping somebody already? I feel like a surgeon. I'm losing it.
Lap 2:02.43.
I'm going to get in front of you, dude. You're probably going off on the next sector. Don't hit me. Thank you. Still 3 seconds up.
Lap 2, 17.2.
One more lap left. Let's see if I can hold on to it. Getting away from this guy will really help. You. Don't hit. Come on, man. This guy. Alright, I just gotta hold on to this. I'm up by a second, 2 seconds. And we did it. Despite that guy's, couldn't believe it. Made that look easy, he says. So Fuji in the rain. 98 difficulty. No, I can't race on a dry track against the AI that fast. So they're gonna patch this game. And chances are I won't be able to beat these guys in the rain like that anymore, which is good. You know, I'm okay with, because I'm slower in the rain. I'm okay with slower AI. I want 100% skill to be my skill level. Less somebody else's skill level. Adjusting that much. Maybe I'm just meant to drive in the rain.
Locking all devices in pause mode.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds faster per lap. Almost wasn't enough based on the cars I was lapping over. Oh, ridiculous. All right, team. Thanks for watching.